Good morning, students. Welcome to our official YouTube channel of Asum Goswami College of Engineering. I am Gautam Patel from Mathematics Department. Now, we know that my subject is CVPD, Complex Variable and Partial Differential Equation of the GTU syllabus. And now, today's topic is example of principal arguments. Okay. So, how to find principal arguments? And in the previous my video, we discussed methods to find the principal argument. So, our first example is evaluate modulus and principal argument of this complex number. And this is a two complex number fraction number. Okay. So, first we convert in the single complex number. So, first we take let z this equal to x plus iy, this is real and y is imaginary part, this equal to 2 plus 6 into root 3 I upon 5 plus root 3i. Okay. So convert this complex number is fraction of two complex number in the single complex number. So by multiplying conjugate of the denominator with numerator as well as denominator. So therefore x plus iy this equal to 2 plus 6 root 3i upon 5 plus root 3i into conjugate of this is 5 minus root 3i upon 5 minus root 3i. Now this equal to, now first we find the denominator multiplication. Now this is a x minus y and x plus y multiplication. So plus minus minus, but first 5 into 5 it's 5 square, so 25. Now plus minus minus, now root 3i into root 3i, so 3i square, and we know that I square is minus 1, so this minus becomes plus and here 3. Now multiplication of the numerator, first we take 2 and multiply with these two terms. So 2 into 5 it's a 10, 2 into minus root 3i, so minus 2 root 3i. Next 6 root 3i into 5, so it's a 30 root 3i, and 6 root 3i minus root 3i, root 3 into root 3, 3 into 6, 18, and this plus minus minus, and I into I square, so it's a plus, so 18 only remaining here. So this is 8 numerator. Now we find the real and imaginary terms. So 10 and 18 is real terms. So 10 plus 18 is 28 minus 2 root 3i plus 30 root 3i. So we get 28 root 3i upon 25 plus 3 is 28. Now separate division by 28. So 28 divided by 28 is 1 plus 28 root 3i upon 28. So we get root 3i. So this is a simplification of this two fractional complex number. So we get the 1 plus root 3i, and therefore real part x, this real part of our supposition, and opposite side it's a 1. So x is 1 and y is imaginary part. So this is imaginary part and here imaginary part is root 3. So y equal to root 3. Now modulus. So for modulus, this is mod of z, this equal to square root of x square plus y square, this equal to square root of, now x is 1, so 1 square is 1 plus y is root 3, so root 3 square. So root 3 square is 3. Now 1 plus 3 is 4 and 4 square root is 2. So therefore mod z this equal to 2. Okay. So modulus of z is 2. Now principal argument. Principal argument, and we know that it's denoted by arg of z, capital A arg of z, this equal to. Now it's depend on the quadrant. Now here both are plus, x is plus and y is plus. So this complex number, that means this complex number belong in the first quadrant. So only directly find tan inverse y by x by our previous video. Okay, because we discussed about this. So tan inverse y by x, this equal to tan inverse root 3 by 1, because here y is root 3, x is 1. So tan inverse root 3. So we get answer is pi by 3 by the tan inverse root 3 is, because tan pi by 3 is root 3. So tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3. So principal argument is pi by 3. So hence modulus is modulus mod z this equal to 2, and principal argument arg of z this equal to pi by 3, and this is answer of this our example. Now we goes to more example. By using principal argument, we solve some particular example. So because principal argument is very important in complex number, because when we need theta, that means in polar form theta, then we apply principal argument methods. Okay, so find, our example is find real and imaginary parts of 1 plus I raised to 100 plus 1 minus I raised to 100. So this is an example. Okay. So now, one method, directly simple form, simple method is multiply 100 times this 1 plus I and 1 minus I 100 times, and then simplify. Then we get the real and imaginary parts. Okay, but it's a very lengthy process, because 100 time multiplication of any number is gives consumes so many times. So we use here one simple form methods. So here let this given number, because it's a complex form, so complex number z equal to x plus you don't need x plus I by, so only z equal to 1 plus I raised to 100 plus 1 minus I raised to 100. Okay, and also suppose that z equal to z1 plus z2 where z1 equal to, this z1 is here z1 raised to 100, not only this z1 raised to 100 plus z2, z1 equal to x1 plus I y1, this equal to 1 plus I, and z2 equal to x2 plus I y2, and this equal to 1 minus I. Okay. So this is our another complex number Z1 and Z2. Now for Z1, okay. First we find the Z1 answer and then goes to in the Z2. So for Z1, now apply radius, that means modulus, and then find the principal argument. So R equal to your R1, this equal to mod Z1, this equal to square root of x1 square plus y1 square. Now x1 is 1, okay. Your x1 equal to 1 and y1 equal to 1. So 1 square plus 1 square. So it's a 1 plus 1, and this is root 2 and theta 1, and which is nothing but principal argument of Z1, this equal to. Now this both are plus, so principal argument means this complex number belong in the first quadrant. So principal argument is tan inverse y1 by x1. Now this equal to y1 is 1, x1 is 1, 1 by 1 is 1. So tan inverse 1 is pi by 4, because tan pi by 4 is 1. So theta 1 is pi by 4. Now for Z2, okay, for Z2 x2 is, now your x2 is 1 and y2 is minus 1, because here minus I, so it's a minus 1. Now theta 2, sorry, R2, this equal to modulus, square root of x2 square plus y2 square. Okay. That means mod of Z2. This equal to, now x2 square is 1 and minus 1 square, that means y2 square minus 1 square is 1. 1 plus 1, it's a root 2. That means here R2 is also root 2. R1 is root 2. Now theta 2. Theta 2 is principal argument of Z2. This equal to. Now here Z2, so tan inverse. Okay, before this, now this x2 is 1 and y2 is minus 1. That means x is positive, y is negative. That means it's a fourth quadrant. And from the previous our video, if your number is in the fourth quadrant, then principal argument is minus of tan inverse modulus the imaginary part upon real part. That means mod of y2 divided by x2. This equal to minus tan inverse. Y2 is minus 1 upon 1, but here modulus, so it's a 1. So this equal to minus pi by 4. So theta 2 we get the minus pi by 4. Hence our z, this z equal to, now z equal to z1 raised to 100 plus z2 raised to 100. Now this equal to, by using the polar form, this r1 raised to 100 plus, so into e raised to I theta 1 e raised to I theta 1 raised to 100 plus r2 raised to 100 into e raised to I theta 2 raised to 100. Okay, because this r1 e raised to I theta 1 is polar form of z1 and r2 e raised to I theta 2 is a polar form of z2. Now put here, so root 2 raised to 100 into e raised to I theta 1. Theta 1 is pi by 4. So this pi by 4 raised to 100 plus, similarly this root 2 raised to 100 e raised to, now this is minus, so minus I pi by 4 raised to 100. Now this equal to root 2 raised to 100 is, you are not simplify much more, but 2 raised to 1 by 2 into 100. So 2 to cancel, so we get 2 raised to 50. Also, similarly here, so we take outside, so we get e raised to I. Now pi into 100 by 4, so it's a 25, because 25 into 4 is 100, so it's a I 25 pi plus, similarly e raised to minus I 25 pi. Okay. Now we know that from the previous our video, cos theta equal to, we can write e raised to I theta plus e raised to minus I theta by 2. So if we take this theta, so e raised to I theta plus e raised to I minus I theta. If we divide by 2, then this is nothing but cos theta. So we this equal to 2 raised to 51 in bracket e raised to I 25 pi plus e raised to minus I 25 pi divide by 2. That means we multiply with 2 here and divide by 2 here. So we get 2 raised to 51 cos of 25 pi by the, because of Euler's methods. Okay. Now cos 25, it's cos pi, because 24 pi plus pi, so cos pi, and it's a negative value, so minus 2 raised to 51. Okay, so z equal to 2 minus 2 raised to 51, and here imaginary part not exists, that means it's a plus I 0. Hence, thus real part equal to minus 2 raised to 51 and imaginary part equal to 0. And this is answer of this our problem. Thank you for watching our official YouTube channel of Ashwin Goswami College of Engineering. Okay. Please subscribe it, share it and like it. Thank you.